30th of the 4th, 2012. Brand new video for the brand new channel YouTube. Off the record. On the phone to Laura Rickner.
Tell me when to fire away.
You can start talking now.
Okay, yeah, today I woke up to a really nice message on my wall saying, Laura, why are you accusing Wesley of raping you? Remember what you said about that Scotty guy? I'd like to set the record straight. Scotty, once I had a one-night stand with a little blonde kid, which I think might have been a virgin, I'm not sure, but I was going through a message page and I passed these random people called Wesley as friends. So I was drinking strong beers for the first time in my life, smoking splits. I woke up to this blonde kid in my flat, whom I would have thought they would have changed over to. But there was a mutual attraction, so we had a one-night stand.
Ooh.
The next day, here is the status that. The next day I go down to the Walpole and I see him, and it kind of makes my stomach drop a bit, because when one-night stands, you're not sure how you feel about that.
Well, you don't want your one-night stand hanging around your flat for a whole month, do you?
Yeah, well, so, yeah, that's
Sorry.
And so, you know, first time, you don't expect to see them again. That's why they're called one-night stands. But there was an attraction. So, yeah, as a gay woman, mostly gay woman, yes, I slept with a blonde. Anyway, I say to my friend Wesley, who was with me, supposed friend, why did you leave that kid in my flat? Because in hindsight, I don't appreciate just giving it away like that. Why was he in my flat? And he says, I did take him with him. We all left together. So in hindsight, that made my heart drop a little bit. It made me feel a bit sick, because that means that he let himself back into my flat.
Yeah.
So really, I slept with a creep. That's why you shouldn't have one-night stands.
You
Then
shouldn't.
all these girls around me were like, oh my God, that's so disgusting. Someone let themselves back into your flat. They crept into your flat. Oh my God, that's as good as rape. Isn't that rape? Is that rape? Didn't use that word at any one point in time. But anyway, that followed a couple of months later. I think I went out with my supposed friend, Wesley, who probably was just grooming me in hindsight. Maybe he's pimping me out.
Like Tim Westwood.
And why they're leaving blonde kids in your flat. Who knows? Anyway, a little while after that, I get pissed and drunk and stoned because I think I'm in good company.
Good company, innit?
People whose couch I sleep on all the time. Couch. The reason I sleep on a couch because I don't find you attractive, ugly. Anyway, so yeah, when you do wake up in their bed and you have no recollection of how it happened, you're quite quick to say, I feel like I was taken advantage of.
Why not?
The first time in my life. I didn't say twice. Scott did that. I feel like he did because he snuck back into my flat. So yes, men are creeps sometimes. Face facts, girls. You don't have to defend them and say, oh, this, that, and the other. Wesley's such a good boy. Because at the end of the day, he's not. You know, he's the type of bloke that goes around saying, why go out and get hamburger when I got steak indoors?
Oh, I like that. That's from The Sopranos. He's an old man, by the way.
A real picture of the person. I mean, at the end of the day, he's supposed to be a friend, and I'm really disappointed that I ended up in his bed or anywhere near him. So at the end of the day, that's why I fell out with him a couple of months after. That's the simple fact.
He probably came back to cook you breakfast. Let's not take it to the extreme to call it rape. I'd never do that if I couldn't trust my own mind. So what did he come back? What this blonde guy come back for? To cook you breakfast? Did he do anything when he came back? What did he come back for?
Anyway, to wrap it all up, yeah, I moved out of the hellmouth. I stopped playing in the Devil's Playground where people play with drugs.
That's right, Devil's Playground. Take yourself out of the situation.
If you're at an all-time low in your life, you can't trust your own behaviour, so you can't trust those around you. So yeah, I just stick to people that I trust now, people that are good people, positive people that aren't out just getting your knickers, people that aren't using you, people that aren't manipulating you, and people that aren't surrounded by minions. Man is the devil.
Minions, sheep.
Episode of my life over. The worst one-night stand choice in history, and a friend that you thought was a friend that obviously you can't trust. So, I mean, it's nothing major on the drama department. I'm sure it's happened a million times all over the planet. So, yeah, amen.
Also, in other news that happened across the planet a few weeks ago, I also had a similar situation with a one-night stand with a lesbian. Apparently, she wasn't a raving lesbian because she looked like it. It was amazing. So I went down there. It's one of John True's mates, Sarah Sackett. She blocked me from Facebook the day after. Anyway, I went down there initially because she said she wanted a bit of company, and all of a sudden, you had even Mark Corden jumping on the stage saying, oh, can I come too? I might be down the Walpole tomorrow. Mark doesn't even go to Walpole, he goes walkabout every week. All of a sudden he wants to come to Walpole. Anyway, I decided to remove that status and I went down there sneakily. And all of a sudden, Sarah's texting me saying, oh, John True's coming as well. Oh, why now? Why now? Is he trying to cop block me? And she goes, hey, we're not going to have sex. I'm a lesbian. Okay, I'll go home then. No, come now, please come. So I did come. And then all of a sudden, not this necessity. So I came eventually it's a shortage. We're at a flat, and all of a sudden John True's boring the shit out of me with these boring ass jokes. I don't need it. Find some way of getting rid of him. We had a little one night stand. We had a really great time, and she said, "Oh, you left a really great lasting impression, but you got to go now because my girlfriend's back on Friday. But I'm sure we'll hook up again, when she goes away for a week with her mother in Wales." And as soon as I got home, I find out that she blocked me on Facebook. So I thought the best thing I can do now is feel depressed. And so I went to my mum's for 2 weeks, locked off my Facebook as usual, switched my phone off because I'm like the sketch from the Catherine Tate show when the phone rings. I'm like, phone was off. So basically, never have one night stands because it leaves you feeling like shit. I didn't get depressed because I want to marry her. I just got depressed because I feel like I've got nothing to gain from it. Like, I've got nothing to show. It's a bit like eating a chocolate bar and all you gain from it is a few calories. And it was a nice tasty chocolate bar, but I've got nothing to gain from it because I've just put on weight now.
2012. Yeah, I'm serious. It was like 2 years ago I'm talking about now. 2 years.
Oh, it was 2 years ago.
But I know what you're saying. There's a lot to be said for that. One night stands is sick. I don't have no interest in going.
I had a great time, but trust me.
I've always been in long-term relationships. I'm not a slag.
Yeah, I'm not a slag.
Like 7 years, 3 years. So the last 2 years been like a nightmare, if you ask me. Like first one night stand, virgin. I think it was like there was something else that if I told you this, you would not believe me. But there were weird exceptional circumstances to what happened.
See, I wish that the word incest.
Guy, Scotty, actually, yeah, let's lay his shit bare. Right, people lay my shit bare. Right?
Yeah.
Scotty had these two deformities.
Scotty too hotty.
Deformities on his penis.
He had a what penis?
Deformed.
What, is it bent like a banana?
Yeah, just call it deformed and not actually define it, yeah? But anyway...
You're straying from the subject.
The following... Because that was in the winter. So, yeah, it was 2 years ago, man. So, that very same summer, I meet this crazy bloke, and he's been sectioned 14 times. And how is this for uncanny, right?
Yeah.
He's a freak anyway. Well, God bless Ravenhill. But
Ravenhill. Oh.
No, but he said, I do these personal examination videos, and I've got these two deformities on my penis.
Ooh.
And I was like, what the fuck? It's like a very crack in the very, existence of reality. This guy that I met in the summer, he talks about his dick, and he gets out a video, and it's like, it wasn't just me watching it in the room as I'm a pervert like that. I had two lumps on my penis, and I was like, oh my god, it's like that thing that happened to me over the winter, which actually made me sick. I meet this crazy bloke who's been sectioned 14 times, and he has an identical deformity. And I was like, what are the odds of that actually happening in existence in reality? Or is the universe trying to tell me something? Trying to tell you something? Because as crazy as John was, he wasn't as harmful or hateful or nasty as these kids are out in fucking Catford these days.
Oh yeah, they're terrible. They got you barred from the goose.
You know what I mean? He might be 14 times sectioned, but he's not as twisted as you people. He ain't got no hate in him. He's not a hater. He's a lover. He's a nice man. Even though he's been sectioned 14 times. So I've got more time for someone like fucking John Ravenhill.
Oh yeah.
Like some fucking Wesley or any of these people that are supposed to be sane that treat people the way they do. And let do whatever the fuck happened or occurred that winter and what happened first one night stand. So yeah, talk about an epic one night stand. I think it was actually legendary stuff of legend. You know?
Oh, it's legendary, and I'd rather. I wish that incest was never invented, that word, because I'd rather sleep with my mother, my father, and my sister, and my half brother than some random. Because at the end of the day, I want to be adored, not for a few hours, but for the rest of my life. Is that too selfish? I can get unconditional love from my mum, but I don't want to fuck my mother. But I wish I could. Because it'll be a lot less damaging to my emotional state. Every time I'm on the cusp of greatness, or when I've got, say like if I'm doing something, I'll be having a really good week. Like 3 weeks ago, just 2 days before the one night stand, I was doing things. I was meeting my social worker, who was going to get me a career in event organising. I was even sorting out Philly a gig at the Clayton to take photos around, like so she could earn a bit of money, get her name a bit known. Then 2 days later, I thought, oh, I'm on a high. Let's chat this lesbian up who's mates with John True. Ended up having shagged, and all that work is undone because I end up feeling worthless, and I can't focus on the things I should be focusing on, like trying to change my life and make a bit of money that doesn't come off the fucking social, and get a bit of self-confidence and get my work ethic back, because I'm so fucking work shy because I've been out of a job for 3 years. Then I thought and having sex would be the be all and end all. Even when I saw you 3 weeks ago at the Village Underground with that group, the Great Malarkey, and I said to you, I need sex, and I yelled, I need sex, I deserve sex. Be careful what you wish for, because you you just might get it. So I end up having sex that I've bloody been begging for weeks, for months, like I'm some sort of raving rapist. Then I realise, wow, sex ain't really that important after all. Love's more important. What are the bollocks? Never again.
Yeah, man. I've learned my lessons.
Yeah, I've learnt my lesson.
I know I'm like probably older than most learning them, but shit, I would never go back there.
I'm not going back there again. Who cares?
That's what I mean. People like Kelly, she called me a friend. I was like, I never.
You got people like Anna Lucian we got people like Anna Lucian who will say things like, "I'll go Lavins because that's where my mates are," and then months before that, she goes, "Oh, the key to life is getting laid." Really? She really having a good time? I don't think so. It's pathetic.
We're recording now. Segment time.
Is that the end of the segment?
Yeah, definitely should be the end of the segment.
Alright, that's the end of that segment. It was a 10-minute segment, so it's a good one. So see you guys soon. Alright, bye bye.
Lay that shit.
That's great, and that's off the record, by the way. Define off the record. What does off the record mean?
When you're not talking, not making it official.
Yeah, but this is official. This is official. Off the record is an ironic YouTube channel. The word off the record is ironic. Everything I say is irony. Everything my mates say are irony. So that's what off the record means. It means the complete opposite. So beware.
If someone say like, do you think that like last year, all things that happened were people taking advantage of you? I would say off the record. Yeah, hell yeah, fucking absolutely.
Off the record, damn right.
Yeah, because people walk around like they're all innocent and they have no part to play in other people's lives or messing with them or doing this or doing that. But no one takes responsibility.
No, they don't.
Especially, I mean, you can't really tell how intelligent or unintelligent someone is. And someone like Wesley from super intelligent in a way, you probably see bitches come and go in many shapes and forms. And if one's the heart strong bit, or the one's smoking, or the one's doing this, I mean, how do some quite excellent people? Some people have minds.
Compared to Wes, I've got more emotional intelligence in my little finger than he's got in his whole fucking soul and heart.
Oh, hell yeah.
He hasn't got fuck all going on for him. Fair enough, he's very good at chatting up women. For some reason, I don't know what words he uses. Like, he'll come in the pub looking rough as fuck, dressing like Mr. Shaft from Shaft in Africa. He's really ugly, but I don't know what he does, what words he uses to get women in bed, because I'll be chatting up that same woman, or not even chatting up, let's having a general chit-chat conversation. But all of a sudden, he'll walk in 10 minutes later, alright, am I jealous? I don't know. Anyway, he'll get a number, Biss Bass Boss, he's going home and he's going to go and fuck her. Fucking hell, I make good time and effort to have a fucking wash on my armpits, do karaoke, sing the right songs, not sing the same boring ass mundane songs like Here Comes the Hot Stepper and Under the Bridge Red Hot Chili Peppers when you can't even fucking sing, and it's a fucking summer, you're wearing a fucking leather jacket and you're sweating like a pig and you smell like a pig and you claim you're 35 when you're really 53. All of a sudden you get the bird. I'm wondering, what the fuck words are you using to get her into her knickers? What words are you using that I ain't using? I know, because I don't really chat women up, but I thought that's a more better, going for the genuine approach and treating a girl like how you'll treat your mate down the pub, like just talk to her normally. Isn't that the way to work? I'm not even playing mind games, but how the fuck does he get pussy?
Yeah, no, man. Well, but he does what he does to me. He gets drunk.
Oh, fair enough. Oh my god.
To the point of not actually knowing how you're actually doing it and why you're doing it.
What chat lines does he use? I'm not bothered. I'm not jealous. I'm just a bit curious. But I don't really care. If a man has to sleep with a different girl every day of the week to make himself happy, then he can't be very happy.
You know, Laura Embry, she said, why do you still hang out with him? I was like, hang out with him, I don't hang out with
What,
him.
Wesley?
Yeah, she said he was in Bluches on a Saturday, not about a couple of months ago. But I don't hang out.
Ending segment, we're talking about the embryo, so sorry about that embryo, because I know we don't want to shit on you from a great height, embryo, so we're cutting you out. I love you, Laura Embryo, I love you, by the way, got nothing against you, miss you. Yeah, end the segment, off the record.